After Yellowstone ended, there were many spin-offs planned by Taylor Sheridan. But along with the excitement, there has also been a lot of confusion. Many rumors started spreading online, some shows were announced, some were delayed, and some went completely silent. Because of that, fans were not sure what was really happening in the Yellowstone universe. There were not many clear updates for a long time, and that created even more questions. So today, I am going to give you all the complete updates about every Yellowstone spin-off in this single video. And before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more such interesting videos like this. Let's start with the spin-off that fans have been calling Dutton Ranch. First of all, that is not the confirmed title. The cast members have hinted that the real title is still being kept secret. That already tells us that this show is not just a small continuation, but something bigger. It will continue directly after the events of Yellowstone Season 5. Even though Kevin Costner is no longer part of the main story, the Dutton legacy is far from over. This new series will mainly focus on Beth Dutton and Rip Wheeler. After everything that happened in the final season, we will see them trying to build a real family life. Carter, who was once the quiet boy working on the ranch, will now grow up into a teenager. He will go to school and try to live a somewhat normal life, but being part of the Dutton family means nothing is ever truly normal. A recent casting call for teenage boys aged 16 to 19 to play Dalton's friends strongly suggests that Dalton is just a fake name being used for Carter to keep the real story secret. There is also the possibility that Jamie's son, Jamie Jr., could become part of Beth and Rip's life. Beth once promised that the child would never know the truth about his real father. If the child stays with his mother, that promise becomes difficult. Beth is known for always getting what she wants, so it is possible she may try to take Jamie Jr. and raise him herself. That would mean Beth and Rip would be handling a teenager, a baby, and a ranch at the same time. That kind of chaos is exactly what fans expect from this world. One of the biggest updates about this spin-off is the introduction of a powerful rival. Annette Bening has joined the cast as Beulah Jackson, the leader of a massive Texas ranch. Her character is described as sophisticated, smart, manipulative, and commanding. This sets up a serious rivalry between her and Beth. For the first time, Beth may face a woman who truly matches her strength and intensity. Ed Harris will also appear as Everett McKinney, a war veteran and veterinarian who is kind but strong. He is expected to work closely with Rip and possibly guide Carter. Jai Courtney plays Rob Will, the new ranch foreman, someone who might challenge Rip's authority. Juan Pablo Raba joins as Haken, a man who fixes problems, which suggests danger and loyalty. Natalie Allen Lind appears as Oriana, who could become Carter's love interest. Originally, this show was expected to release in November 2025, but due to production delays and other Yellowstone projects, the release has now shifted to fall 2026. A trailer may arrive around August 2026. Next is 4/6. This spin-off was officially announced in 2021 and was meant to focus on the legendary Texas ranch first introduced during Yellowstone Season 4. The episode, Under a Blanket of Red, acted like a backdoor pilot when Jimmy moved to the 4/6 ranch. The show was described as a story where the rule of law and the law of nature come together in a harsh and dangerous world. However, this project has faced many delays. While other spin-offs moved forward, 4/6 has stayed quiet. Jefferson White, who plays Jimmy, has said in interviews that he does not currently know of any plans for the show. That does not mean it is canceled, but it clearly shows uncertainty. One major reason for the delay is that the 4/6 ranch is a real working ranch. Taylor Sheridan has explained that filming at a real operational ranch is complicated. The ranch must continue functioning normally. Turning it into a full-time filming location is difficult and expensive. The last confirmed update was that the show would air on Paramount Network instead of Paramount Plus. Since then, there have been no official updates about casting or production dates. So at this point, 4/6 is not canceled, but it is delayed with no clear timeline. Now let's talk about 1944. After the success of 1923, the next prequel in the timeline is 1944. This series will move the Dutton story forward during World War II. One of the most exciting details is that Spencer Dutton is expected to return. At the end of 1923, Elsa's narration confirmed that Spencer lives until 1969. We also learn that after Alex's death, he never officially remarries, but does have a son with a widow. The identity of that widow is still a mystery. Some believe it could be Elizabeth returning to Montana. In 1923, she left while pregnant and moved to Boston. By 1944, her child would be in his early 20s. With World War II happening during this time, it is very likely that Spencer's son and possibly Elizabeth's son will go to war. This could create powerful emotional storylines, especially since Spencer himself fought in World War I. Kara and Jacob were already elderly in 1923, so it is unlikely they will appear in 1944. The story may focus on Spencer leading the ranch while dealing with family struggles and wartime pressure. There are also rumors that a major actor could join the cast, possibly even Matthew McConaughey, though nothing is confirmed. The show is expected to release in late 2026 or early 2027, depending on production schedules. Now moving to 1969. This spin-off would serve as a bridge between the older prequels and the modern Yellowstone story. It would focus on John Dutton II and a young John Dutton III. In 1969, John Dutton III would be around 13 years old. The show would likely explore how he was raised to become the tough rancher audiences later saw. The Vietnam War and social changes in America during 1969 could play an important role in shaping the story. John Dutton II would likely be shown as strict, disciplined, and deeply protective of the land. Young John would learn responsibility early in life. There is speculation that Matthew McConaughey could play John Dutton II, though again, this is not confirmed. Some fans also wonder if Kevin Costner could return in narration form to connect the timelines. 1969 does not have an official release date yet, but it could arrive around 2027 or 2028 if it moves forward. Next is the Madison. Unlike other spin-offs that focus on ranch wars and land battles, the Madison is more emotional and centered on grief. It is officially scheduled to premiere on Paramount Plus on March 14, 2026. The story follows a New York family whose life changes after a tragic event while vacationing in Montana. Michelle Pfeiffer plays Stacy Clyburn, a grieving wife. Kurt Russell plays her husband Preston Clyburn. Will Arnett appears as her psychiatrist. The teaser shows Stacy struggling deeply after losing her husband. The family decides to stay in Montana, the place connected to their happiest memories, and rebuild their lives there. While this series may not directly connect strongly to the Dutton family, it still takes place in the same universe and shares the emotional weight that defines these stories. Finally, let's talk about Marshals. Marshals is already running now and has quickly become one of the most talked about series in the franchise. The show follows Case Dutton after leaving the Yellowstone Ranch. Luke Grimes reprises his role as Case, who joins an elite unit of U.S. Marshals. Using his skills as a former Navy SEAL and cowboy, he fights crime across Montana. Now tell me, which spin-off are you most excited about? Are you waiting for Beth and Rip's next chapter? The wartime drama of 1944, the possible bridge story of 1969, the emotional journey of the Madison, or are you already enjoying Marshals?